Hey friends! Hey friends! It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am live on my YouTube channel as I am most Saturday afternoons for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. You know what the deal is. We do specific questions only. The more specific, the better. We want to squeeze the juice. We want to spill the tea. Before we get going, I do want to say I know a few of you came here early, put your questions in to get to the top of the line, and they disappeared. I know this happens on YouTube, and I haven't been able to figure out what the deal is. What is the deal on this? Do they disappear after an hour? Do they disappear after 2 hours? I don't know. I've seen it go all different ways. But if you put your question in earlier and it's not here, you will have to reiterate, please. Okay. And Von Ray, I know you're down at the bottom of the line, but I know you're one person who had your message disappear. So I'm going to go ahead and start with you. And I'm going to encourage everyone else. If you have not asked a specific question, please do ask a specific question. And I will get to everyone in the order in which I see them. I also want to remind you that we're doing a live tomorrow, Sunday at 3:30 p.m. It is the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap, which we usually do on Thursdays, but didn't. We're going to do it tomorrow at 3:30. And the topic is about love on sort of a deep and spiritual level. That means I'll take your questions on love and romance. I'll also take your questions on the, feeling the spiritual love, anything having to do with love. That's what we're doing tomorrow, 3:30 Eastern Time. So make sure you join us then. And remember, September 1st, we have a class, Venn diagrams. Ways to use Venn diagrams to help with your tarot understanding. So please do join us for that. Okay, Von Ray, thanks for being a member. Thank you for using a members only emoji. I will take you first. Before I do, though, I want to say thank you to all the members and a special thank you to Cassia for the super chat. Really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super chats and super stickers are ways that you can show your appreciation for this broadcast. Becoming a member is a way that you can support this channel and also get access to some special perks. Cassia has done both. She's a member and she helped out with a super chat, and I really appreciate that. All right. So, Von Ray, yesterday I heard a little girl's voice say, "Mommy." I had my eyes closed, but I wasn't asleep because I was thinking about something else. Can you tell me who or what that was? Oh my gosh. And folks, someone asked me the other day, what is my favorite weight deck? And this is it. And so that's what I'm working with here today. So isn't that interesting, Von Ray? Who or what was that? I believe that it is a spiritual thing, but it is guiding you to work with your own inner child, to recognize the ways in which your own inner child has been wounded, where your own inner child's needs have not been met. And so it came from spirit, but it came from spirit to ask you to do some deep inner child work. So there you go. All right. So now I will scroll back to the top. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Katie Kondo, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. All right. Maria Barisi posted my question earlier today, but must have disappeared. Yes, indeed. Thanks for your patience and thanks for coming back. And you're still first in line. Well, actually second because I did Von Ray first, but close enough. All right, so, okay. So, I accepted an offer on my house prior to going on the market. Could it really be this easy? Will all close smoothly? Well, let's take a look. But before I do, I want to say thank you so much To Robin Renee for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. Is it really this easy? Maria wants to know. Will this deal go through? Well, you have some spiritual help here, you know. It could be this easy. Let's see. Will this deal go through? I think it's likely. I mean, obviously, nothing's a done deal until it's a done deal. And there may be something, if you haven't done the inspection yet, there may be something that comes up in the inspection or in the financing for the individual. So it's not done until it's done, and there will be one little catch at least. But I have a feeling that it is going to be this easy. And this buyer, I'm not 100% sure that this buyer is going to take it. You know, as I said, there may be some issues that come up. But if this buyer doesn't take it, there's going to be another one right behind it. So yeah, it is going to be pretty easy. All right. Nalini, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'm stuck and don't know how to move forward. Will I get my finances flowing to afford rent in the next month? All right, let's take a look. Honestly, I think you have some really good ideas on how to do that. And it's probably not one thing or the other, but both things. Like it may be a job and the henna business. It may be both at the same time. And I feel like you will be able to do this within a month or two. It's pretty quick, and it probably is the right thing. It's difficult, but yes, you will be able to do this. Clark, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Your post disappeared. I am so sorry, but thanks for reiterating. I would like to start some things related to tarot, but I don't know what would be a better choice for me, writing posts or making videos for future success. Let's take a look. Why not both? Why not both? I feel like it's got to be both. Serious. Do it all, my friend. If you're going to do it strong and do it all. And do it repeatedly, and you'll get some traction for sure. For sure. And thank you for sending love to the babies. I posted more baby pictures this morning for everybody, for the whole community, so you can see that in the community thread. All right, next, Claire C. Thank you so much for being a member here. What is blocking my energy? Oh man, that's the kind of question that makes me have so many questions. So what do we mean by that? Are you physically not feeling energetic? Are you not feeling as psychically connected? Are you having a hard time with motivation? You know, so many things, you know, that blocking my energy could refer to. But let's just ask the question the way it was asked, and let's see what the cards reveal. Sometimes you just got to go on faith that that's how that's going to be. So, I think it's a few things, and I think there may be a lot of ways your energy is feeling blocked. I think some of it is getting used to retirement. Some of it is dealing with some health issues, and just, you know, not just the health issues themselves, but the stress of the dealing with it. Some of it is there's so much you want to do. You're pulled in so many different directions. You don't know where to begin. And some of it is old teachings that don't work for you anymore. There's a lot of, it feels like self-shaming going on here, as if you were taught, you know, that certain ways of being or certain things you want to do or certain ways that you want to be are not appropriate. And so that takes energy too. So I think it's not one thing, but many. So throw old advice out the window. Definitely find the right doctors that you can trust. Cut yourself some slack. Allow yourself to rest. And recognize that sometimes when you feel like you're getting nothing done, you're actually getting a lot done because there's processing going on internally. And you'll be like, man, I really didn't do much today, but you actually did. And that's true for all of us. So everyone listening, definitely pay attention to that. That sometimes we all shame ourselves for not getting enough done, for just sitting there and spacing out, for daydreaming, for watching mindless TV. And guess what? A lot of that time, what we're actually doing is processing internally, and we need that space. So don't shame yourself. All right. Jake Tay, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member here. And should I take a vacation to Montreal, Canada? Well, who wouldn't want to do that? But let's take a look. What's right for you? Oh my, yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. And you know what else? Yes, by all means, yes. Do it, do it, do it. It's going to be so good for you. Yes. Enthusiastically? Yes. All right, mix you here. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. My cousin has become right-wing. I've tried a lot to educate, muted her on Facebook as a boundary. My brother told me she shared content from a racist politician. I talked to her, but nada, done trying to educate. Told him not to tell me what she posts and asked another cousin for help because I'm worried it didn't go well. I don't know how to move forward because family functions always end up talking about politics. That's hard. That's really hard. Really, really hard. All right. I'm so sorry. Okay. How to handle this particular situation? With love. With love. And, you know, it's hard to recognize that someone has gone down a rabbit hole. And it's hard, like I think we have to remember that pretty much everybody believes what they believe and does what they do because of their own, whether it's their own hurt, their own fear, but also their desire to make things better. You know, no one ever says, I want to be the evil one. I want to do the evil thing. You know, they may be motivated by ego. They may be motivated by greed. They may be motivated by fear. They may be motivated by their own hurt or their own trauma history. But everyone believes that they are, you know, trying to do the right thing. Now, this particular cousin really means well, really means well, and cannot hear what you have to say. It's just, you know, no. But I think we have to try to make a move for loving family events, family functions. And I think what you have to do, you cannot create a situation where you try to share your truth or try to tell your cousin where their facts may not be correct. What you have to do is share a bigger truth, which is that as a family, we all love each other. And right now, we are processing different things and we have different beliefs and different ways of looking at things. And we need to put all that to the side and not talk about politics at this function. And you basically need to make, at the next family function, make a rule. We will not talk about politics, not at all. And the minute anyone starts talking about politics, you get up and leave. And that's what you do. And that's all you can do. And just to try to be really loving toward this person, even if you believe that this person's adopted belief set is not loving, try to be loving toward this person and just really try to change this family dynamic that always resorts to, this is the topic. Even if you have to bring a family game where we have different topics of conversation and different things that we can do, even if you have to become the entertainment director, enforce no politics at the family functions. And I think everyone in the family will thank you for it. And this is you, perhaps, rising to leadership in your family. Okay, Laura T, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. I got your email. I'll email you back. Thank you so much. Perimenopausal for 7 years. Good God. Am I nearing the end of this? Okay, good question for your doctor. You know, you can go get blood drawn. They can tell you a lot. But, yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there. But then, you know, once you're actually menopausal, you could have menopause symptoms for just as long or longer. So enjoy all that. Have a sense of humor. It's okay. Okay, Febborn. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Did love show up and I didn't recognize it? Or is it on its way? I think it's still on its way. And I think you have to keep looking for it, but I don't think you missed anything. Okay, Robin Renee, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Thanks for being here. On Monday, you pulled the Two of Cups. On Friday, you pulled the King of Cups reversed. Give me more information. Yeah, I sure can. I sure can. So there's a journey there, right? The Two of Cups is really early. King of Cups is all the way at the end, but it's reversed, so we're not quite there. So this is talking about your journey as a person who loves on all levels. Your journey sort of dealing with your ex-husband and recognizing that, no, he can't be my future. Your journey in learning how to love yourself. Your journey in that larger, that sort of high vibration of unconditional love and how you share that. I mean, on that level, love is what motivates your educational journey. And so it recognizes that you are on this journey, first of all, well, not first of all, but, you know, one way we can look at it is the finding of romantic love, which, you know, that, you know, because those were the bookends on the week. So letting us know that you've done a lot of good energy work to be able to welcome that sort of love. So the idea that romantic love is on its way, but also deeper, that you are doing the work on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a self-love level, to really understand the nature of love and to be a representative of that as you move on the planet. So it's pretty deep and it's pretty cool. And so it is really love in all its forms, and how you are learning about that and preparing for that and attracting that and being that. All right. Christine Anna Marie, can I know if I'm going to get the money for university in the next 3 months? All right, let's take a look. I think yes, but you're going to have to like figure out how to get it, where to get it. Like you're going to have to do the work to make it happen, but yes. Georgina Delivia Max, nice to see you. Is me and Will be in a love affair, or am I just wasting my time? Would a spell be good? So, okay, so there are some of us who would have a values judgment on a love spell. If you do that, because that's manipulative. And you would never know if the person was really loving you or just the victim of the spell you cast. So even if the spell worked, there would be problems there. So I personally don't think a spell would be good. Will the two of you be in a relationship, or are you wasting your time? Yeah, I think you're wasting your time. I think it's time to move on to someone else. Okay, Aria Wilson. What messages does my ancestor D have for me? So you work to make it specific there. Okay, we'll deal with that. Yes, we will. Okay. the message for you is really about recognizing the traumas and difficulties in your own journey, but also recognizing your ability to overcome them. But recognizing too that generational trauma, cultural trauma in your family trained you to put up with more than you should and trained you to sort of normalize stuff that you probably shouldn't normalize. And so there's that, there's that piece of it too. So it's about recognizing your truth, recognizing what is true, and not letting family, generational, ancestral, or cultural traumas, normalize that for you where you think that's okay going forward. Does that make sense? White Magic Witch. What is the major problem I'm going to face in the next 3 months? Is it family, money, or legal? What is it? Okay, and before I do that, I want to say thank you so much to Betty Flesher for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I think major problem that you're likely to face in the next 3 months, I think it's more than one thing, but I would really look at legal stuff. There could be some legal stuff coming up for you, and could be some family issues. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff here, and I think you know it. I think you're preparing for it. But the question is, can you do something to protect yourself? I feel like you're smart, you're capable. There's some things that you could do that would help protect yourself, and that would be a good thing. Okay, the next person, I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's in an alphabet that I don't know how to use, so I apologize. Is Mabarki going to get the money in September? And the answer, I don't know if it'll happen in September, but I think in the next 3 months, quite likely. Okay, Cassia Di Camargo, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate you. Okay. Still waiting answer for transfer. Right, you want to transfer to Florida. We want you here in Florida. I have to be out of the house I'm living in September 30th as part of the divorce agreement. I don't want to be in Georgia. I can't afford to move without a job. Should I start looking for a new place? Man, that's hard. You are in a tough situation. How should you handle this? Honestly, will you ultimately get the transfer? The thing is, I think you will ultimately get the transfer. So do you wait for the transfer? See, here's what I think you have to do. I think you have to look for the possibility of another job. Even if it's a job you take and quit when you get the transfer, I think you have to be looking for everything. Will the transfer come by September 30th? It might. It might, but it might not. And is there any way you can find out when the transfer is going to come? I feel like there might be a way that you can get that information. And if it's going to take a little longer, then you should stay in Georgia at like an Airbnb or something until the transfer comes. I think that in the area you want to work in or live in, I think you should be looking for houses, but I also think you should be looking for another job just in case, because I know you want to move. And, would it be better to wait for the transfer or take another job? Neither of those are great because your job is good and a transfer with that job would be good. So I think you have to cover all your bases. You have to do all the things. What do I think is going to happen? I think you're going to get your transfer soon, but maybe not in time. Like, based on what I see here, I would plan to maybe get an Airbnb or a temporary rental and stay in Georgia until the transfer comes through. And then go. So not sign a lease or anything in Georgia, but stay with your current company and and get another place to live that is temporary. But if you really don't want to do that, you probably do need to look for another job before you look for a place to live. So those are your options. Best of luck. I do think coming to Florida is the right thing no matter what. Okay. Okay, Sun Spirit Tarot, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Is Kai happy in his married life? He is working hard. He's stable. I mean, romantically happy, maybe not. Life happy, yes. Okay, CVXN. I bet there's a pronunciation for that is clever that I'm not figuring out. What are my chances to get close to the man in my mind? Let's take a look and see what we see there. There is some chance. I think, you have to sort of make yourself available, and it may or may not work out. I think you can get to know each other better. I think you can spend some time together. I don't know that it's really going to work, but I think you do have some chances to be able to spend some time with this person and get to know this person better and have him get to know you better. Okay, Quinn Kilharius. I don't know if you're familiar. Is that Orishas? But they're spirit guides that incorporate mediums and give guidance to people here in Brazil. Yes, I understand. I went to one as I'm going through a breakup, and the entity said, and if it is someone who channels specifically Orishas, I'm wondering which Orisha. But I'm not quite understanding it because I only know a little bit. But anyway, you're making yourself sad. Like, my love is not real and it's all in my head. I don't feel like it's true though, but I'm so exhausted and fragile that I don't even know what's true anymore. Could you look into that? Yeah, I sure could. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry you're going through this. But the thing is, you say you're exhausted and fragile. And so what's making you exhausted and fragile? Could that be the sad? And could you be, in your thinking, making yourself exhausted and fragile, therefore making yourself sad? Is that possible? Is that a thing? Could that be? I do wonder, and I've actually scrolled down to the end. So if you want to answer, and we can chat on this, chat on this a little bit, I'd be happy to do that. Excuse me. All right. Wonder if that's them trying to speak through me. I don't know. I don't have that training. I mean, mediumship in general, yes, but this specific thing, not so much. Okay, so you asked specifically about your love life, and is your love life real? And I'm curious to know if that was specifically mentioned in this reading, or if that's just kind of where you jumped, or even where the channel jumped. You're sad because you miss him so much. So are you no longer together? Have you broken up? Is he traveling? What's the deal with that? So when we look at that relationship from my perspective, I mean, it feels like there could be a geographic distance here, but it also feels like there could be something unsettled, unfair, difficult. And there are ways that I would agree, you are making yourself sad. That you are making yourself sad about this. And I don't know. Yes, you broke up. And thank you for the clarification. Can you tell me which entity? If not, that's okay. You asked specifically to the entity about the breakup. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and it is broken up. And when we look at the person that you broke up with, the love here, the two of you loved each other. That's not real. But the thing is, when we feel love in relationships, sometimes that's going to last a lifetime, and sometimes it's not. And when we're in it, there are times that we feel, oh, this is going to last a lifetime, and then it doesn't. Okay, that's one. Thank you for sharing. And that's one that I am not so familiar with. I'm familiar with a couple of them, but I'm not familiar with that one, so I can't speak to that at all. So thank you for sharing that. Okay. All right. So I agree. I agree with the Arisha. I think you're making yourself sad, and here's how you're doing it. It makes sense that you're sad that you broke up and you're missing this person and you're missing what you believed the relationship could be. But the problem is that you are conflating how you were feeling in the relationship when it was good and the possibilities that you saw in it with reality. That's the part that's not real. I'm not going to say your love wasn't real. There was love there on both sides. But you broke up for a reason, and the breakup was appropriate because this person does not have the emotional maturity to go where you wanted to go. It wasn't going to happen. I'm so sorry. And that's hard. But what you have to understand is that your love was real, but your vision for the future was faulty. And so when you think about the future and you're sad because we should have that, this is wrong, this breakup is wrong, and that's what's making you exhausted, and that's what's making you sad, and that's the way you're making yourself sad. You can be sad that this didn't turn out the way you wanted. You can miss what you had, but you're making yourself sad when you tell yourself that it should have continued and that you would have been happy. That's you telling a fantasy story to yourself. That's what I have to say about that. And I am sorry for what you're going through, but if you recognize that piece of it, the way in which you are making yourself sad, you will heal more quickly. All right. Now I am scrolling back, looking for the next one in line. Gemini Sun, it's you. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I've begun taking a different approach toward my goals. Is this a smart decision or should I go back to what I was doing? Good question. Let's take a look and see what we got. I think the way you're doing it now is good. I think it is a smart decision. I think it will work. I think what you were doing before was good, but harder and less realistic. So I think that this new way is appropriate and good. And if you can stick with it, will definitely, help you get where you want to be. Yes. Okay, PL Day, nice to see you. Will my financial situation improve? I have a review coming up next week. Will I receive a raise? Okay, do you get a raise at the review? If you do, it's a small cost of living and something. You get something, and so that will technically be an improvement, but I don't think it's going to be as much as what you want. Overall, will your situation improve? Over time, it will. It's going to get better, not worse. It's just going to take more time than you want it to. All right, Jenny, what does Y think of me? What is the purpose of our friendship to him? He enjoys hanging out with you, no doubt. He likes the way you help him, the way you take care of him. He enjoys being with you. You're very helpful to him. There may be a little romantic thing, but this strikes me more as someone who's looking for a mommy, really. I wouldn't see this necessarily like if what you're saying is you have a romantic vision here or romantic interest, I'd be careful. Okay, Linda Mephistopheles. What, what option would bring more satisfaction to my life? I love this question. Start swimming, start ballet, do both. Well then, let's take a look. Definitely swimming. Definitely swimming. Ballet, good too. Could you handle both? The thing is, both is a little much, and I feel like swimming is preferable. So definitely swimming. Ballet would be good, but I don't know that you have the time, energy, whatever to do both right now. All right, Caroline McLaughlin, nice to see you. Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. DeAndre, there's so much to ask you. Okay. Oh, this is an interesting one. Morgana the Great. I did a reading and saw that L cheated on R, but I was emotionally distressed during the process, so I'm not secure I was able to interpret the right answer. Can you see if it's right? And those are always hard readings. You know, it's hard to bust someone for cheating, because what if you're right? What if you're wrong, man? It's so hard. And cheating can be different things to different people. Remember Bill Clinton, he got a freaking blowjob and said he didn't cheat. You know, eating ain't cheating. That's what some people think. Some people think that emotional affair is cheating. Some people think going to the strip club is cheating. Some people think that porn is cheating. So, you know, I think part of the problem when we go to look at cheating in a reading is we all have different definitions of what cheating is, of what the boundaries in a relationship should be. And sometimes in a relationship, we don't make it clear. Sometimes when we're doing the reading, we don't make it clear. You know, what's cheating to you? Define cheating. And what to you, you know, I mean, so that's hard. Right away, it's a flawed process. So let me say that. Now, do I think you got the correct answer? I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I think you did a fine job with the reading, but I think that when we look at reading on that topic, it's always so complex, you know, and I don't know if you were like, okay, did this person have sexual intercourse with another person in this time frame? That clear. Or just cheating, like what does cheating mean? Are they texting? Are they talking on the phone? What is it? And I feel like that can bring some confusion. And so it may be like if I were looking at it, just looking at the cards I got, I would feel like there's something untoward going on, but maybe not as bad as it could be. So you need to tread carefully. That's what I would think. Okay. DeAndre, nice to see you. I got a job at Staples, but the pay isn't too good since I'm paying rent. Will I find a better job soon, or should I just stick this out? Well, you have to stick it out at least for a while. Should you also look for another job? I think you should also look for a better job while you're doing this. Don't quit, but look for another better paying job, and I think you will find one. Okay, Denise Woods, so nice to see you. What do you see for me and Jerry for our future together? I feel like it's so important for the two of you to be honest with yourselves and honest with each other. And it's hard because you're very defensive with each other. And I mean, I think if you want to be together and you want to be happy together, you could be. But you have to get over some old habits. There's a lot of anxiety there. There's a lot of difficulty there, and that makes it hard. So up to you. The future is up to you. Katie Kondo, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thank you for the super chat wherein you placed your question. Just made a move to strengthen my mediumship and tarot skills. Was this a good idea? Does my team have anything to say about this decision? Yeah, it's absolutely the right thing. and will help you communicate with your team more clearly, will help you. I mean, it's a good opportunity for sure. But remember, too, that you're going to be back in school. And it could cause some anxiety. You're going to have to manage it with everything else you got going on so it does not become anxiety causing. Okay, Christina R. So, background on this. Christina R. is going to school, has to do clinicals. And she's down to 1 week to find the place to do her clinical, which is hard because everyone's understaffed. People would love to have her, but they need someone who's available to supervise her during that time, and that's hard. And the cards, and therefore me, have been really clear over a long period of time. Don't worry about it. You'll find what you need. You'll find what you need. And she has yet to. So the cards have been overwhelmingly positive. The reality has been underwhelming. That can happen. I think it always is indicative that in the long run it will work out fine. But here we are down to the last week. If she doesn't do it, it's going to push her graduation back. Sometimes these things happen because that's what needs to happen, because you need the extra time. And the universe just doesn't want to tell you that in the meanwhile, because you're not ready to hear it. That can happen. But my question, too, I know you were looking at doing clinicals out of town. So let's take a look. Will you find a clinical in town? Will you find a clinical out of town? I think that you will. I think you will. I don't know if it's going to be one that you really want, but I think you will. And it may be out of your specialty. It may be a clinical out of your specialty. And it more likely is out of town or a long commute. So it's something different than what you wanted, but how will it be? Okay, it'll be okay. Now, what about the possibility that you would have to push back and, push your education back? What about that? If that were to happen, it's not ideal, it's not what you wanted, but it would be okay. It would be okay and may give you time to do some of the healing and some of the work you need. So if that's what happens, the cards have been so positive and so supportive all the way through. If it goes that way, like whatever way you go, we have to recognize that if the cards have been so good throughout all of this, that there is some indication that however it goes, it's going to be what's best for you. So keep me posted. All right, and let me scroll back for just one moment to say thank you to Alice in Yoga Land for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. And you haven't heard from any of the out-of-town places, so you might. That might come through for you. Oh, Quinn, it's the first time you've loved someone, so it's tough, right? I understand. But it's the first, but it won't be the last. I can guarantee you that, my friend. Okay, so now let me scroll on back. Allie Mammon, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm feeling a little numb to my life right now. Any ideas to get out of the state and feel passion for my business and life in general? Well, the question, the thing we need to look at first is why. Why are you feeling that way? What's going on? And when we look at that, I think it's been a lot. I think there's really been a battle, and I think you need to have more fun. Before we worry about life and business, you need space, you need healing, you need fun. This is a sign that you need some self-care and that you need to cut yourself some slack. I think that you are dealing with something that has made you feel this way, and rather than shaming yourself for it or being upset for it, give yourself a little bit of time, have some fun, do some self-care, some self-healing, let go of your anxiety, feel proud of the fact that you have been functioning regardless, and And stop feeling guilty. You're so hard on yourself. Good gracious. Stop being so mean to my friend, you. And if you can do those things, everything will be fine. And you'll get your mojo back without a doubt. All right. Bianca Tarot. The twins and I are doing very well. I spent some time with them yesterday evening and it was so fun. Oh my gosh. They're becoming little people, like I can really start to see them in there. And so much fun. All right, today is your birthday. Well, you actually get something for that. Here you go. Happy birthday, you're 24. Advice from Spirit about becoming more independent. It's been your focus lately as well. It should be. Congratulations, that's right. So happy birthday. How do you become more independent? Well, okay, so you have to party. But that's not going to help you be more independent, right? So this is like what you want to do. And for your birthday, you got to do it. But to be more independent, you got to work your butt off. And it's not going to be easy, but you can do it. You can get where you need to go. You may have to compromise on some of the things that you want, though. That's the thing. Like I think about it, like, okay, I was independent at 17, but I was also living in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 people. And we had someone sleeping in the bathtub some nights. I'm not kidding. And so, I feel like you don't really want like a skanky lifestyle here. But, it may be about roommates. It may be about a situation different from what would be your ideal or from the lifestyle you're used to. But I think the independence would be worthwhile and you would have so much fun. But you don't have to go as far as having someone sleep in your bathtub, all right? All right. Teresa C. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using a members only emoji. My question is, in what area of my life will I experience the next big shift in energy? All right. Figuring out all the ways that you BS yourself, figuring out all the ways that you sabotage yourself and that you are trained to sabotage yourself because it's generational in your family. Self-sabotage, especially amongst the women, is generational in your family. It's ancestral. And you're going to figure that out and you're going to shift it. Rose, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I always wanted to live in New York City. Yeah, I get it. Will I move there one day? Maybe, but the thing is, what you have to do to actually do that, you could do it, it's possible, but you would really need to make it your focus because it's a very specific lifestyle. It requires, very, very specific things, dealing with very specific things. Now, if you said Brooklyn, like if you were to get into one of the boroughs, it would be easier. And Brooklyn is very up and coming these days. I was just there recently. It was great. So it's possible, but you'd really have to make it your focus. And there's a question about, which borough and which neighborhood and those kinds of things. Okay. Okay, Maria has a question for Kim, who is a member here, which we appreciate. Did she give Daisy, her dog, to the right owners? I feel like these people are not going to handle these people are not going to handle Daisy the way Kim would have. And that's kind of hard. Will Daisy be happy there? Daisy will be cared for well enough there. It'll be okay. It's just different than what you would have done. Okay, so Claire C., you are physically tired. I didn't see that earlier. So all of the above, everything I said fits there. Absolutely. Okay, JF1. Oh, I hate it when this happens. I have had some odd, uneasy feeling, but unsure what, if anything, it is. Can you see what it is or what I can do? I hate it when that happens. Oh, I absolutely hate it. Okay. You know, I don't think it is so much about something bad happening as much as it is you adjusting to some change in your life that has been difficult, as much as it is you needing to be fearless around some forward motion. There is something that you see ahead of you that you don't like. And so I don't think it's a surprise as much as it is having to reframe something you already know. That's my guess. Okay. Kristen Louise, nice to see you. How do I find the motivation to work out as much as I need to in order to meet my fitness goals? I work 2 jobs and care for my mom, so I'm often tired. And I mean, there's a time issue there too. So the first question is, are these goals realistic? And the answer is, in the way that you want to do it right now, you're going to have to give up on sleep or something. You can achieve the goals, but it's going to take longer. And you might need to do some working out, not at the gym, but in places where you already are. So you might need to do some fitness on the go. Some fitness on the go might be something you have to do. Basically, the way your life is right now, you don't have time, literally, to do what you want to do here. So either change your goals and be happy that you're working out at all, or try to work out on the go as well. And because this is not, and you're seeing this as lack of motivation. It's not. It's the reality of your life. So shift your consciousness around that, and then you can find a solution. Okay, Claire, I'm so glad you're searching for a new doctor. That's fabulous. Fabulous. Good. Brenda Newman, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Why hasn't F replied to my message? Is she not interested in friendship anymore? I think she's busy. I think she's got stuff going on. I don't think she's not interested in friendship. I think she's just got a lot going on in her life. I would say try to be patient here. This is not a personal slight. Okay. Hey, Veronica, newbie here. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Okay. The next request I see is Raquel Revelta, Art and More. Happy Saturday. Just started with a new company in the health and wellness industry using mostly social media to grow. Will this be it? And will I be successful? Well, congratulations on your new job. I think that you can do a good job here. I think this could work out. I don't know how long you're going to be here. And there's a lot of moving parts. But I think for now, this is good, and this is a great resume piece for you. I don't know that you'll stay at this job forever, but you'll be there long enough to have it be a good resume piece. Okay, Leslie Jones, so nice to see you. I'll finish my post-grad degree next year. Congratulations. And I'm wondering if it'll be easier to get a job if I get another post-grad degree, or should I go for a master's degree now? I think going for the master's degree now and letting that be is fine and is good. Betty Flesher, again, thank you for being a member and thank you for the super chat. I love this and thanks for using the members only emojis. How did I die in my most recent past life? I love this. Oh, this is so fun. Completely unverifiable, of course, but I'll tell you what I think. Old age. You died of old age. All right. Alice in Yoga Land, thank you again for the super sticker. We have mulled over leaving Florida for a few years and did not. And now husband wants to move again, in or out of country, or are we sticking for now? How long approximately before we leave? Okay. So what do we think? I think it may be time this time to leave. And would it be in country or out of country? Could be either. You could go either way, or even part-time back and forth. And how soon? I mean, I feel like once you get it in your head to do something, you're going to do it pretty quick. So I think it's coming. Okay, Heidi Vargas. I lost my soulmate on July 2nd. I am so sorry. I feel him deep within my heart like I can hear him speak. It's so surreal. And so I didn't see a question there. And I hesitate to think I know what the question is. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you to say a question based on that for me. All right. Mr. Man Smith, will I be victorious in my legal battle? Let's take a look. Obviously, good question for your attorney, but a good attorney won't answer that question, so let's see. It's a heck of a battle, but I think it's likely to go, I think it's going to go your way in a way, but you're not going to be entirely happy with the results. So overall, it goes your way, but not exactly the way you want it to. Mary Ann Najer. Hi, it's been 4 months. I'm searching for a job. Will I get a job this month or before the end of August? Let's see. Not before the end of August. But I think before the end of September, it could happen. There certainly will be jobs. There will be a job for you. It may not be a job that you really want, but take it anyway, and you may like it better than you think you're gonna. Okay, Maya Starbuck, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using the members only emoji. I'm sorry your question disappeared. Will the Hubs and I go to Vegas the 1st of December? What a great question. I think so, and I think it'll be awesome. Yes, I think so. Petty. Definitely using this phrase at some point, right? Okay, Melissa Giovanni. Can I ask what would happen if I moved to where my crush is? Can I get him to like me? I don't think that's a good decision. Yeah, no, don't do it, in my opinion. Okay. Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I'm picking up a creative project again, but I need to collaborate to help use the design software, and I need to use the workspace for a while until the project is off the ground. Will this go well? A lot of moving parts. It won't be easy, but yes, it'll go well. It's good. It's good. All right. And Luella, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Kathy Humphrey, thanks for being here. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay, I think the next question I see is baby cakes. Baby cakes. When is my new job coming, right? Let's take a look. It's coming. It's coming. It's taken a while. I think it's before the end of the calendar year, though. So maybe October-ish, maybe. Okay. Next one, Tiffany Michelle. Considering taking a new spiritual course, would this be beneficial for me? I mean, the course that you are considering, there are certainly things there that would be helpful to you. I would say it's beneficial, yeah. Phyllis Raposa, what does my love look like and money? Okay. In both things, I feel like you have a lot of insecurity. So you may not have the money you want, you may not have the relationship you want, and at the end of the day, I think it has to do with you not feeling secure within yourself, and that's what you need to work on. Marianne, already answered a question for you. No double dipping, please. Thank you. Zainab Ali, will my son Muhammad get better soon? Oh, I am so sorry. So sorry. I actually feel positive that yes, there could be improvement, and we're all sending our love. Okay, Pari Box. Pari. Sorry, couldn't get the name. I apologize. Will my XS leave third party A and reunite with me? I know you want that, but it's not necessarily likely. Clumsy Clairvoyance, thanks for being a member here, and thanks for being my timestamp giver. I really appreciate that. What does the end of the month have in store for me? The possibility of miscommunication with people you care about, so be really careful about communication. The possibility of being overly busy. And maybe planning some travel for the future, though, so that could be cool. And Maya Starbuck, Rodeo and Cowboy Christmas, here we come. I think so. You're going to do things, if you've been there before, you're going to do things a little differently than you've done before, but I think it'll be good. And thank you, Maya, so much for the super chat. So from my perspective, I've now come to the end of the questions that I see. If I accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. If you haven't asked your question, it is time. It's last call for readings, y'all. And I want to thank you all. Special thank you to the members. Special thank you to the people who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's Thursday. September 1st. Is that Wednesday or Thursday? I think. It is Thursday. September 1st. We have a class, Tarot Venn Diagrams. So much fun. This is a keyword class. It is so much fun. Wherever you are on your tarot journey, you're going to enjoy it. The link is already up. Make sure you join us tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for our conversation about love, our Tarot Topics newsletter recap. Make sure you read the newsletter and come join us. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you all so much. Take good care. Have a great weekend. I'll hope to see you tomorrow. And of course, Monday for the 3-card weekly reading. Be good.